Hi, Emma and Anna. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and I missed having a chance to see you today. I thought I'd read you a story before you go to bed. I love you. This book is called It's Only Stanley. The Wimbledons were sleeping. It was very, very late when Wilma heard a spooky sound which made her sit up straight. "That's very odd," said Walter. "I don't recognize the tune." "Hoo-woo!" See the dog barking? He's howling. "It's only Stanley," Walter said. "He's howling at the moon." The Wimbledons were sleeping. It was later than before, when Wendy heard a clanking sound below her bedroom floor. "That's very odd," said Walter. Then they heard another clank. What do you suppose it was? Clank, clank, clank. Look, it's the dog. He looks like Bumpus, I think. And there's a cat down here. You see the cat? "It's only Stanley," Walter said. "He fixed the oil tank." The Wimbledons were sleeping. It was even later still, when Willie smelled a funky smell that made him kind of ill. "That's very odd," said Walter, "when it's almost 2:30. Blub, blub, blub. Slurp, slurp, slurp. So Stanley is cooking and the cat's drinking it. And it doesn't look very tasty. "It's only Stanley," Walter said. "He's making catfish stew." The Wimbledons were sleeping. It was late as it can get, when Wanda heard a buzzing noise that made her all upset. "That's very odd," said Walter, "when it's almost 3:30. Bzz, bzz. Bzz, bzz, bzz. And there's Stanley again. He's climbed on a ladder, and he's over top of an old-style TV, and there's a picture of a dog on it. And bzz, bzz, this poor cat has been shocked by electricity. "It's only Stanley," Walter said. "He fixed our old TV." Oh, and the cat has a hurt tail. The Wimbledons were sleeping. It was late beyond belief, when Wiley heard a squishy sound that made him say, "Good grief! That's very odd," said Walter, "when we've had so little rain." Oh, they bandaged the cat's tail so he'll feel better. Splish, splash, sploosh. And there's Stanley again, climbing on the pipes with a wrench, and the cat's about to get wet from a whole bunch of water that's going to fall on him.
Just fall.
"It's only Stanley," Walter said. "He's cleared the bathtub drain." Now Wilma wasn't happy, and the children threw a fit. "We'll never get to sleep tonight if Stanley doesn't quit." "I understand," said Walter, "and I'll talk to him right now." But just as Walter turned to go, there was a big kapow! The Wimbledons went flying, including Max the cat. Wendy looked around and said, "Well, what on earth was that?" "I'll go and have a look," said Walter, "and I'll be back very soon." And there's Stanley, and he's driving a big mechanism here. "It's only Stanley," Walter said. "We're going to the..." Uh-oh. And their house takes off, and it becomes a rocket, and it flies all the way over, and bonk, it lands. It landed on the moon. And Stanley gets out of the rocket that the house used to be before it turned into a rocket, and he ran over and he met the dog that he'd seen on the TV. And they're looking at each other very caringly, and the family's all smiling as they watch Stanley with his new friend. I think it's a pretty cool story, especially because they have a cat named Max, just like our Max that we love, that's your dog. I hope you two have a wonderful night. I love you very much. I'm glad you had a good day with Granddad. I'll see you soon. Good night, loves.